evening all. Good evening. Evening, hopefully the mic's working this time around. Hey dude, apologies for the last stream. Hopefully my voice is coming out better now. Just checking. Yep, there we go, all good. So, just doing a little bit of an update video really this evening, just of the park. Coming along really well now. As you can see, the frame rate's gone down a bit, but in actual play mode it's much better than it is on the stream. So yeah, things are really starting to come together now on the western area. May not look like a huge improvement, but it's the detail that's kind of come in now. A lot into the queue line. There's still a lot of work to be done to the strut work, but with the rot work and so forth now, just up here, the odd random rope pile done, etc. hanging. Got fencing just up here to where the coaster comes close to the track, and then done a lot of support work. Still got a lot to finish off, and then this bit down here, where is it? Can't find track now. Here needs finishing all up, so there's still a lot to do. But as you come through here at night time, it just looks really good. You can barely hear me. 2 seconds. How's that now? And now? And now? Is that better, dude? Can you hear me better now? Hopefully it's not too crackly. But yeah, put this just over the top here. And then we've got some great views coming with the tree work coming in, the rock work. It's really starting to come together. Huge amount of detail gone into here in this station to kind of make it look as realistic as, or themed, should I say, I shouldn't say realistic, themed as possible. And again, I've been tidying up a lot of areas, so all the trim work around the edge here, the wood underneath the lift hill, just beaming it up through here. Still got to finish all through here. Obviously a train comes from the other direction. There's it. So yeah, you see that needs a lot of work. We have done underground here now. Not a huge amount done, but it works really well. Because you fly through there, so you don't need a huge amount of detail. It comes through twice as quick there, and then it comes through, and then it's just really starting to pop now as you come under the bridge, over the top, and then back into the craziness. So yeah, themed this now, so this queue line's fully done. Called it High Flyers, just thought it was a bit westerny really. And the queue kind of centers around the piano and the hot air balloon. Kind of done it as though, I don't know, you're probably traveling, so kind of made it look as though you're loading, unloading the hot air balloon, etc. Where else are we? And then the center I've added this little piece here, which works perfectly, especially at night time. So I don't know if you guys can hear it. Actually you can't, because I haven't got it in play mode, but as you go through the areas now, I'll just come from down here. I can't hear this, so hopefully it works for you guys. But basically you've got themed music now to most of the areas, and I kind of wanted that chilled out kind of western, just ding 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 kind of feel throughout. And then that works its way right up to the ride entrance, and actually through the queue of the ride entrance as well. So it works really, really well. And then as you come around here at the shops, we've got the piano playing. Hopefully it's playing for you. And then, yeah, so that kind of works to there. And then as you leave the area, you're then back into a little bit of western, and then you start to come into the pirate area, which we do have a little bit of faint music just behind me coming over here. So been doing a lot of work into detailing at the minute, and trying to finish areas off, trying to work kind of from the inside out really. So this station's now fully complete, and at night time, I'm just loving this park at night time. So two cents guys, so there we go. So at night time now, the side, you know, the track's going to be lit up, the rocks are going to be lit up, so there's a lot more lighting to go in. But as you come around here at the minute, it's just got the perfect vibe. It's what I want it to have, just the lights bouncing off the rocks, the shadowing, all the different light levels, it just works perfectly. And you just got the coaster popping in and out all over the place. It's there as well, so there's a little bit of lighting up there at the minute. And then it also comes through here, and you get some great views actually as it comes through. Got the lift here as it zooms through, coming around the second part of the track. So yeah, and then into the station. I personally just, yeah, I think it's great. I think it works wicked. The lighting levels I think are just right considering the saturation in the game. And then as you come through, I've got just pickaxes, I find them up on little hooks along with the spades, and then as you're waiting, each row has the skull up the top there, which is lit up as well, so kind of gives it a really good feel. Plus you get some great views. If you look into the background, it just looks, yeah, judge it how you please guys. But it's, yeah, I'm adoring this park right now. Done quite a bit of work now to demarcate the areas a little bit, so been doing a lot of walking around, just making sure everything lines up, everything's right, adding bits and bobs and so forth. So what I've done here, let's go back into day mode, see it a bit better. Where are we? So I've just added this tree in here. It may look a little bit different because of obviously a different style of tree, but it just worked perfectly with the kind of feel of the entrance. It blocks out this whilst you're looking at the castle ruins. So it works really well all the way around here, and then you get a little bit of the normal thing come through. And then I thought I'd put a big planter up here with an oak tree in. So yeah. Just kind of works really well. A lot of detailing gone into the shops now. I know it just looks like writing, most of it is, but just kind of made it a little bit more detailed. There's a lot more lighting at night time, put some more struts in, so forth on the ceiling. It just gives everything a little bit more, how can it, surfaces for the light to bounce off. So you just get a totally different feel and vibe from it instead of just this big glass open piece. Finally finished the swing. I don't think I showed this in the last live stream. You can tell they're loving the old castle ruins. But this is all now finished. So pretty much each one of these pieces of wood was lined up one by one by one. And the ivy just sets it off perfectly. Cheers, Frampton. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's coming along now, and everything's starting to blend, so it's working really well. And the other nice thing is, one thing I didn't have was any greenery down here, so just having these in just breaks it up, kind of hides those at eye level, as you can see as you come round, and then it kind of reveals itself as you come under the tree, just like it would in a real park, I guess. But yeah, the views are pretty amazing now. Detailing again, so we've got entrances throughout. Some of them may look fairly generic, standard kind of look, but I think they suit what they're going for, and what they're there for, really. So, yeah. Still, as I was saying a little while ago, loads and loads to finish. So I've got this entrance here, a little bit more detailing around the greening areas. Got to finish the chairlift kind of area. And just tidy up around here. It's kind of what I've been doing a lot recently, just tidying up the bits, because the last slog is always a pain, mainly because it's so repetitive. It's the same kind of thing: rock work, trees, plants, wood. Yeah, same kind of thing over and over again. So it's nice to just kind of break it up, finishing bits off, and add in pieces as you go. So like in here, just look round, make sure everything's where you want it to be, everything's tidy, maybe add some skulls along here or something maybe, and just follow the ride round. And again, still so much work to do terrain wise, and this one's the one that's kind of like causing a bit of a headache, and the only reason being is I've got so many underground areas, I've got so much underground work to do, which is yeah, it's okay when they're straight like this with a slight curve, quite easy to do, but when they're angular like this, a little bit different. So I thought about doing some like crazy cave work, just making it look really spooky, with just lighting, loose lighting and stuff. But yeah, starting to come together now, and one major bit of this coaster now is the section just up the back here, which is kind of the slow, I wouldn't say dark ride, but it kind of is. And these were all done by Annick Mandra. So borrowed them, asked her, and thanked her, and we'll be crediting her. So she's done a really nice job of all the different styles, put a few bits together, and literally all I've done is put this fence around, rock worked, and put bushes in. All this was Annick Mandra, and again, pretty much all the tombstones, or graves, per se. Well, I've just added a couple of bits like skeletons, just to give them some movement, really. But they're so nicely done, I just kind of looked at them and thought, that was saving a ton of time, and they work really well. And just adding little bits to it. And then, yeah. And then we've got another one just at the top here. There's sort of the terrain there. One here. And again, you can kind of see where it's going. So you're going to have kind of a big graveyardy area there. Footwork galore. Wow, that's a view. Ah. That's camera work. Yeah. So start this little beast up the top here. I had a bit of an issue. I had one panel just popping through the actual roof. So you could say, well, why didn't you just bring the roof out just a tad? I could have done that. I didn't think of that. But I kind of wanted to put something on here because it looked a bit bland. It was a very big area. And I just thought, actually, do you know what? That works perfectly for birds and stuff. So, you never know. There's a great view of that. Somewhere around here. I can't remember where it is. But it goes over the trees. It looks beautiful. And then just at the back here, I've done a big change. So basically I'm going for rock work, bushes, tall trees, make it look like you're kind of going through the woods. And then I did this, which works out really nice. Basically, when you got this Block Station platform, you only get the right hand side. So I've kind of replicated it on the left with the stairwell. And at night time, that pops quite nicely looking through the trees. Put some kind of golden light in there, put some basic supports in for the loop, purely because the ones that they do have are those big ones that come up the top here, and it just looked terrible. So mine, they look okay, I think. I may just put joist across or something, and then I've got to put something down the bottom here, but again, just tinkering around really, tidying things up, finishing things off. But yeah, this section over here at night time looks phenomenal. There we go, guys. So hopefully my microphone's on. So yeah, as you come through here on the coaster, you're just coming through here nice and slowly. Just get a great view of the woody. Sadly, you don't get to see a coaster pop out here because of the timings of everything. But you can see with the skeletons just moving in the background, it just gives it a little bit of life, along with the smoke. And then, shouldn't really be showing you this bit, but then you go down for you, and then it's just pitch black. And then you come out the doors at the top, and then you're pretty much back. And then you've got the last grave there. Actually, there's one last grave, which is down here. So there you go. Thought that was kind of like the most elegant one. We'll use that as a part of the exit. But yeah, it's definitely coming along now. I'll probably say we're still a few weeks away, just purely because I don't have the time to constantly play it. So it's a few hours here, a few hours there, and like this evening I've done about, I don't know, 3/4 an hour work, just strut work and bits and bobs, and you guys don't want to see that over and over and over again. So yeah, just kind of plodding away, trying to get it done. Just trying to think what else I've done. Entrances look quite cool. I do like this one. A Witch's Curse, which is the is it flying pigs or whatever they are. But that at night time when you come around the helix on the coaster is just phenomenal, because these go along with the coaster and it just looks great. There you go. But when you're on ride, it looks amazing. The other thing I've done with the B&M as well is put the floorless coasters in, just purely because I have called this A Witch's Flight. So you kind of have that kind of, I don't know, darkish music kind of vibe, but then you got the pink and everything and the green to go with the, you know, the witches kind of theme within Planet Coaster. So yeah, works really well. Just trying to think what else I've been doing really. It's just been tidying up areas. Let's just pause it up a minute, because it's lagging my end, but it's little bits actually. I know it sounds silly, but the other day I was just looking at this and I was thinking, hold on a minute, it doesn't look right, it doesn't look right. And basically I just put this border in around the bottom here, around the front area, and just up the top here. And because the light has something else to bounce off, and it just creates those different angles, well, not replicates the angles, but at lower levels, it just brought so much life to it. And it was the same in here, just adding these little bits all around the frames and so forth. Yeah, it just made it pop in my eyes. So again, everyone to their own. Finally figured out this area just here, so kind of just really planted it up. It kind of suited the theme as you come down the stairwell, to be honest with you. There was no need to do anything else. So double loop de loop. So we've got a double corkscrew, double barrel roll, double loop arrow coaster, which works well. Steam pump now is, well, steam works as I've called it, is now pretty much finished, bar just kind of like minute detail really. But there's been some big differences. So we've got the entrances just here. We've got the music coming through the area, which I think works really, really well with it. And then we got the two entrance signs here for the Giga, steamer, take that how you please, journey through Adventure Valley. And then we got Steam Machine, which is the B&M invert. And you got some great views, you really do. And lighting's good. Improved the invert now as well. And then just around the other side here, we've got Steamworks as well. So the funny thing is about this writing, it's the Theme Maker's Toolkit. But depending on which angle you have it towards either the sun or the moon, it's only, how can I put it? The shadowing's only done one way. It doesn't transfer around. So you're kind of seeing the back of these right now, even though it's showing through. So it's a strange one. Otherwise I spell it backwards. So yeah, bit's been done in the Pirates. I have extended the One-Eyed Willy coaster. Open shot. So instead of it just going kind of doing a semi-helix through here, goes over the top, just banks down, splashes through the water, and then comes back in over the top. So adds in there, and the other part or adjustment to the coaster is this section just up here. So I've just literally got to sort that out. So that needs all sorting, but I'm leaving that until I get the Woody finally done. In respect to theming, so yeah, we're on the home stretch now, guys. And if Mango, you do end up watching this, it is coming along, dude. Probably got about another 5,000 to 10,000 pieces to place. Just want it to look right, mate. And then you can do as you please with the video, buddy. Anyway, that's pretty much it for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. It's very much appreciated. Your time is always appreciated. Your likes are always appreciated. And if you do like what you see here and you'd like to see more in the future, hit the subscribe button, guys. Anyway, happy coastering all. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.